Tesla stock today is up about 1.44%, and this is on some interesting news throughout the day. Before I get into it, I traded TSLL. I'm in a small position here. We're up about $30. Simply bought this pullback and thought I would purchase before what could be, an increase. Now, there's a couple things it's kind of a bittersweet news, right? So Tesla stock, this $56 billion, 56 billion. Some say 5.6 billion, some say 50 billion. It's $56 billion that a judge rejected that Elon get paid, which is good news for some investors because they know that $56 billion in stock that he was supposed to be getting paid out from the company, and it's not a company in his issue, it's a corrupt judge type of issue, is that $56 billion in the company would be good because then that's $56 billion more stability and market cap in the stock, which is when he sells that there most likely will be a drop in Tesla. So that's one thing. Bittersweet because from all the research I've done, it seems that was an agreement. I don't exactly know how many shares it was, but it was a ton of shares that he was supposed to be awarded in stock options through the company. And then obviously after November 4th, we've seen the company increase in value and those shares are worth much more today, which equates to about 56 billion. Now, that was the okay news. It's kind of good for investors, not so good. The other thing that was not so good, whether it's 100% accurate or not, was some news here that a USC student with some other students had died as their Tesla burst into flames. Keyword after crashing. Okay, so we don't know the full story. Nevertheless, even if it's not something that was a malfunction or anything like that, but that it's actually, maybe due to the crash. Nevertheless, no matter what the situation is, it's still not something that's necessarily good connotation or news in any regard for anyone or the company or the stock or for anyone. So that was one thing. The best news that I saw all day before I get into the technical analysis was that they recently partnered with Nissan on, so all the electric cars, the Nissans just added access to 17,800 Tesla superchargers. So now Nissan partnering with Tesla. Of course, anytime you have these big companies that partner with Tesla on the superchargers, that's going to benefit. I saw this breakdown. I don't know if we can find it, but it was a breakdown of all of the different revenue sources. And, there's some that you don't even think about. But one of the ones that was becoming like really prominent, I think it's here actually, we could see, is that their charging was one that was becoming really big. Regulatory credits, sales expenses, profits on sale of Bitcoin. I love that. Automotive sales, automotive leasing, energy storage was 1.5 billion. And I don't know exactly where it is, but I can tell you that it made up like a big chunk of their revenue was their charging that they provide to Tesla owners, right? But also to people that use Tesla chargers that are other companies, other like Ford or in this case Nissan. When they use Tesla superchargers, that's really good for them. They also, so one thing that was a little less good was that BYD surpassed Tesla in quarterly revenue. So something to keep an eye out. The last thing that might affect Tesla stock as far as news, I think that pay package affected it actually in a good way. That's why we see them up today. But one thing that was interesting was they were sending home workers for 3 days. Tesla tells workers on Cybertruck line no need to report for the next 3 days. We don't know 100%. It's Business Insider if it's correct. We also don't know if it was due to like a supply or demand thing where they had already too much supply and they don't need to work on more Cybertrucks right now, or if it's something maybe related to, you know, an actual problem on the assembly line that they're like figuring out or something like that. So can't really draw conclusions. We don't know. They didn't really draw conclusions on this. It was just a report. Okay. So on the news side of things, that's how it looks. Oh, look, we doubled that small position to $40 now. Nice little small trade so far on the day. I think we were up like $75 at one time. One of our many trades were in NVIDIA and some other ones. Anyway, what we're looking at here for Tesla stock, let's get into it. It's been holding above that EMA. So this was, this is since November 4th right now, and it's been holding above that EMA. We should actually go back a little bit more. So this was when they had their robotaxi event. They sold off, and then this was when they had their earnings, and they pushed up. Then they sold off. Then we had the elections right here, and they pushed up, sold off a little bit. Now we're holding kind of this consolidation here. So as you can see, we have this clear line of consolidation. We also can see that there's a pretty steady uptrend here. Okay, so you get that. There's also this support here. What I see as far as potential on the technicalities of this stock is that we most likely will see them pull back a little bit here to this EMA, to this trend. If it's going to stay true and continue the bull, then that's how it would look on the shorter term. Of course, longer term, you could be bullish on Tesla. I am, at least. I think that between their AI, between SpaceX and all the advantages they have, and Optimus, I'm bullish regardless. But you know, on the shorter term here, you have, if they break out above this level right here, which is about 350 or 360, you could call it, then that would be making higher highs, new higher highs. But the best part about this is they're showing bullish uptrend. We drew the line for that, but you could also see this right here is a previous resistance. See this resistance, previous resistance? It kept getting rejected right there. And I can even bring it down just a tad right there. And you could see then it was acting as a support. So oftentimes it will. A previous resistance will act as a support. And so now we're starting to see this uptrend. I could see it retest, pull back a little bit, but I could see it continue its uptrend. From where we are right now, we'd probably be looking at a next price target of 375. We're right here. So 375 would be above that all-time high. It would put us right here, which is 5% on Tesla. Not actually too crazy that we couldn't see that happen in a day or two. And then that would be 10% over here. That's kind of what I was looking at, right? So I had bought this pullback right here, and I'm actually looking to trade this, that 5 to 10% right here, which is going to be about 10 to 15% profit. That's what I'm looking at in this trade that I just entered. So that's kind of the breakdown on the technical side of things, guys. Hopefully it's been helpful for you. If you're looking to invest in AI and tech, right now is the best time to be looking at these companies. We cover all of them. I need to update this from November week 4, but we got some AI, some language model stocks, as well as some cloud and some SaaS that we're looking at. And then of course we're also going to be, we touch on some political profits as well as our top stockmate picks that are always good to look at. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you all. We're into extended hours. Friendly reminder, if you'd like to watch me trade live tomorrow at market open, we have Stockmates, that second link down below, for those of you guys that would like to watch me trade live and get access to about 70 videos on how to grow your portfolio, investing in AI and tech. So again, I would encourage you to check out that second link down below. I'd love to be a part of your success, and make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed. Do consider subscribing. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.